10-2. We said we start at 7, right?
I said I'd be up at 7 this time. I didn't say.
Oh, that's true. I was up at like 10 after, so I was already falling apart.
We'll do a half-hour set. Welcome to the Choice by Choice podcast. It's a special episode today. It's Daniel's last day.
Going to India.
You're way too chipper about this.
Hey, man. You see how not chipper I was for like the month leading up to it?
I am dying inside.
It's
because you were waiting on everything that you needed to get there.
Yeah.
Now that you
it's
have
all
it,
done.
now that you have everything, you're all smiles.
Yeah. Now I even have new glasses.
New looking glasses.
Yeah.
Different looking glasses.
Couldn't have my backup glasses be sunglasses.
Yeah.
Just look like a weenie the entire time. Make a bad impression for the rest of the Canadians.
The only two types of people that wear sunglasses inside, Daniel. Blind people and assholes.
And that guy who made that song, he clearly wears sunglasses at night.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, he probably does it all the time. Can't really get mad, though.
Yeah, no, I can't remember who sings that song.
Daredevil? He doesn't sing the song. I'm just naming people who wear sunglasses at night.
Back to the blind people thing.
Lots of poker players. I feel like more than enough poker players wear sunglasses at night.
I feel like more than enough of them are assholes, too.
You can't really tell.
Yeah, because they're all stone face all the
You're
time.
just quiet, sitting there. I know Phil Hellmuth is quite the drama queen on the show.
I don't know who that is.
He's a guy who plays the numbers, thinks he's really good, which is nothing wrong with that. You gotta keep going. And he basically, it's just chance, and sometimes you lose hands to like poor play and lots of bad cards.
Yeah.
And he just loses it. He basically comes at you like, you're a garbage player. You shouldn't have done that. That's stupid. But they won. Like, there's no way that should have worked.
Yeah, it's all odds. You can't control the odds.
He's the kind of
just
guy.
Are.
He's the kind of guy that when watching his own kill cam, seeing someone do like a ladder hop, 360, switching weapons, and then no scopes across the map, he would be mad instead of impressed. It's like, you've probably been doing that for a while.
You shitty. You're wasting your time, bro.
Yeah. Wow, that was so gay.
Yes, those types of people.
I wasn't even trying.
I've met a few. Well, Daniel, today's the day. I'm glad you wanted to do one more. This puts it at double digits. Episode 10. Daniel's departure.
Yep. Just call it You're Dead to Me.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it super emotional. Have like all the cuts. If I haven't done it yet, it'll happen at the end. But all of our best moment cuts set to Celine Dion's All By Myself.
Oh God. Yeah, just videotape yourself like watching House of Cards. Editing the videos. Just making something in the kitchen.
Just a shot of me sitting up here by myself.
Just do what happened when the dean was trying to direct that film.
Just go
Just
fucking
like that
nuts.
whole scene where he's just like naked in his office and just like covering himself with ashes,
Yeah.
screaming for no reason.
I've already filmed those bits.
Ah.
Oh man, what else was he doing in that? That was pretty bonkers.
That was a great episode. It was kind of, yeah.
It was out there.
The Dean definitely is not bad in the spotlight.
They make or he makes Jeff play him in the movie.
Yeah.
And then by the end, Jeff is just like totally wrapped up in it.
I've always been bald.
I can't believe I was the Dean. I can't believe I'm gonna have to play the Dean. This is ridiculous. And then by the end, he's just like, I've always been bald. This is who I am.
Lights, camera, Dean.
Well, what's on your to-do list then here for the next couple of days? Just hanging out with the fam?
Meet a bunch of people for dinner and/or coffee. Start reading a little bit more of the pre-class material. And maybe pick up some extra stuff and make sure I get cash so I can exchange it once I get there. And make sure everything's packed up. Most of the clothes I'm going to be picking up there, and any like small accessories that I need. Aside from that, and find out what I'm going to do while I'm at an airport for 12 hours, I'm pretty sure.
3DS, man. Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I'm ultra tempted because you can transfer your characters off of the Wii U version.
Ooh.
So I could just work on that.
Then you'd have to get your 3DS before the end, or before you head back to Lloyd.
It's true. No, I'll just stop in before I go on my flight. Kick in the door.
I'm here for my Monster Hunter character.
Yeah. Man, I've just been super... I just want some more tier 10 weapons. Because all I have is that big fiery mace. I don't even think that's fully upgraded.
No?
No. It's tier 10, but it just doesn't feel as impactful as I would like it to.
The big old hurricane spinny mace.
The Beyblade mace. Yeah, the design is really interesting, but...
It's something.
It's like
looks like an onion almost. Great big freaking onion on the end of a stick.
I won't deny it. I won't deny that. I thought it would look kind of like if fire was in some kind of circular wind tornado of some sort, or it looks like a flower.
A fire tornado.
Yeah. It does spin all the time.
It does kind of look like a flower bulb of some kind that hasn't quite bloomed.
A lot of bulb, yeah.
Just very circular or spherical.
Yeah. Yeah, it is an odd weapon. But I just need some more tier 10 stuff and new armor.
Well, stop in before you leave, man.
Look at that.
Be good to see you off on your way through town. You just coming up on the first? Flights are on the first?
Yeah.
On what time are they?
Mid-morning, I think. I think it's like somewhere around 10.
Okay, that's not too bad then.
I'm sorry, you just said say goodbye, and the first image that came to mind was me going by with my parents, just like pull the window down. See you, Jay.
Yeah, that's about your level of emotional disconnect.
Hey, man, I'll give you a drive-by. Throw something at the door. You'll know it's me.
Well, I was super impressed. A brick through the window. Just a note tied to it. See ya.
It just says sorry about the window. not even a goodbye message.
Yeah. Sorry about your window, Daniel. He does care.
Holy man.
No, I was super impressed. I actually got some high fives out of you. None of those.
It's because sports.
It's because sports.
Yeah,
bowling.
of course. I need to encourage other people.
It was great.
Get a spare, you get a high five.
Daniel's not much of a high fiver.
Get a strike, you get a high five. High five all the time. Gotta pass on those good vibes.
There was some good vibes.
Then you can get some strikes.
It was a good little game. I'm probably gonna go back there on Toonie Tuesdays, man. Fucking
super affordable.
Yeah, what was it like $8 a person?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Andrew and I both played 4 games and you played 3.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
2, 4, so it
11
would have been 10 bucks for you guys, and it was
So
$8 for
around
me.
30 bucks for everyone.
Yeah. For three people to go
people for,
bowling for like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was
No,
quite good.
not at all. It was super affordable. I'm definitely going to hit that up again.
Yeah, don't do an all-you-can-bowl night.
No.
My thumb was super swollen from that.
Yeah.
Played like 8 games.
That's what.
It's like, I just got to get bang for my buck here.
Yeah. Seems like too much.
It is a lot.
Especially with big balls. Like if you're playing 5-pin with the little balls, it's not so bad, right? But when you're throwing a fucking between a 10 to 15 pound rock every time, like, yeah, that'll wear you out after, like, I think 4 games would have been my max. I could have done one more, but man, my thumb was blistering up pretty bad.
Any swelling at all?
Not really. I guess, yeah, a little bit.
It's just a little funny because when you start playing, your thumb fits perfectly, your thumb fits well into the hole, and then by the end, it's just like almost getting stuck.
Every time you
throw a ball.
Yeah,
that is exactly it.
That's always my big fear with those big balls, is that my fingers are going to get stuck, and I'm going to throw, and it's either going to break a finger or I'm going to go with the ball.
Nah. Once you get enough momentum behind it, unless you're using like a 7, you jammed your fingers in there for no reason.
I wanted to try that 7 because like fucking the other Daniel, Andrew, he was just putting so much fucking torque on it, just like straight into the gutter every time.
Yeah, it's real hopeful.
I went to give it a try, and it was like, couldn't even get like the tips of my fingers in the fucking holes. I was just like, oh,
nope.
All right.
They'll just have to hollow out a big ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I was having good luck with that 10. That 11, I think, was a little much.
Come on, man. Just come up to the 12s.
That guy with the freaking green ball in the next lane.
Yeah.
He's like tucking.
Yeah, he like cradled it in his hands or his arm.
Yeah, you like.
But that's how you're supposed to do it.
Twist and release like upside down. Crazy technique that kid had.
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
I'm sure that would take you far less than 2 years, like he was saying. Depends how much practice you put in.
Yeah.
Then you go to an all-you-can-bowl night.
Yeah.
Just get there in the morning.
I imagine the trick would be being able to bowl in a way that fatigues you the least.
Yeah, and the ball just kind of gets in at a very odd angle.
Yeah, if you can manipulate the spin, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like with those big balls, if you're just throwing regular, it's like twisting those big fucking mother trucker rocks. Like, it's a lot of energy.
That is quite a bit.
Hurts your wrists. If you're doing it his way, then you're using your whole arm to get the spin on it. Would definitely not ruin your wrist as fast, I imagine.
Maybe. It seems like bowling the way we were doing it was working perfectly fine. There's like that 1 or 2 spots where it really worked well.
Yeah, there was. It's all about knowing your technique, right? Like being consistent. The problem is that you'll throw consistently a few times, and then just because you start to fatigue a little bit, then you try and throw the same again, but just fatigue.
Just need some conditioning.
Throws you off. Yes. Start playing Eye of the Tiger. Dun, 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 dun.
I was thinking like an exercise program, not just a song.
No, everybody knows that if you want to beat anybody at anything, you just have to do a running, chasing, lifting montage to Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, because they'll just leave. It's too much. So anything else?
Well, maybe. What time are we at?
8:08. Ooh.
Got a message?
Satguru tweeted.
What did he tweet? The whole India thing's off.
Yeah. I've personally made sure that you can't go. If you care for people around you, you must make yourself into a person they enjoy being with.
I enjoy being with you, Daniel.
Well, I gotta work on that.
I think there was a card in here.
Oh man, this segues reasonably well. There's a really I don't want to oversell it. It sounds terrible when I say a really decent video. But there's a talk where he talks, I think the quote that he uses and explains is, "You are an act, not an actor." Check it out. I'm not going to explain it any further. It's actually pretty good. Pretty enjoyable. Subjective, but might not mean anything to you now. But please, check out Satguru's YouTube and look for a video called "You Are an Act, Not an Actor."
It definitely sounds appealing.
It is pretty darn good. Also, he started animating videos.
Did he?
So that story about the 4 yogis, the one that does Karma, Bhakti, Kriya, and Jnana. He actually animated that, and the story about the lion and the fox.
It's definitely a good way to reach out to people who don't just want to sit and watch somebody talk.
Man, his stories are so good.
I believe it.
Quite enjoyable.
I definitely believe it.
Yeah, even just listening to the stories, you don't necessarily get as much from them, but there's always a moral or a decent idea.
Oh, yeah.
And they're always very interesting.
Yeah, that's sweet. So, back to Lloyd today. Dinner, coffee, catching up, hanging out with the fam jam. And your parents are driving you here on the 1st.
Yes, I think the morning of. If not, we might drive up on like Friday and visit some family or something. No plans.
Get a 3DS.
Probably.
Probably have to do that on Friday because I don't know who all is going to be open on Saturday, Canada Day.
I'll go berate all my coworkers. Give me a deal.
Come on. Don't you like me?
Yeah.
I'm going to India, man. I'm going to be gone forever. Cut me some slack. You're going to miss me. You know it.
Yeah. So I failed the course, but I have a real sweet Monster Hunter character.
Yeah, they're just trying to teach you shit, and you're just there, just fucking, God, one more hunt.
No way. That thing will be locked up. I just would not give a shit about it.
No, that's good.
That's something that is a transition that I wouldn't mind making.
It's going to be quite a difference, man. Just like, I've been thinking about this last week in particular, where you've just been like kind of cramming in all the North American shit.
Boating.
The bowling, and then just like you found Monster Hunter and just like swallowed it up for a week.
Monster Hunter is so much fun.
Just like all that stuff that's not even going to be close to at your disposal over there.
Yeah. It's alright though. I don't need it that badly.
No, you're going to be super fucking one with yourself and enlightened when you come back.
I'm going to miss my Switch axe though. The greatest feeling in recent memory.
Yeah.
Switching that swing axe to a greatsword and just swinging away. They're trying to hit you, but they can't, and you're just hacking away. It just feels so good.
Swing away, Daniel. Swing away.
Yeah. Then you gotta stop because you gotta reload your swing axe for some reason. Or your switch axe. We'll edit that. Just feels so good, man.
I imagine it would.
Oh, yeah. You and 3 of your best friends just hacking away at monsters.
I missed my opportunity there when you said it feels so good. She said the way that it should now.
Got him.
So right.
Went back. So good. What? So fine.
Thank you.
So lukewarm. Oh. Yeah, one of those situations.
Who's on first? Oh, man. Well, if you do swing by, it'd be good to see you one more time before you bounce. Otherwise, I'll, when we're done filming this, of course, I'm going to go back to bed for half an hour. And then we'll say our goodbyes.
How are you so tired?
I'm always tired, Daniel.
Forever tired.
That's my secret.
You also work tons, so
yeah, well,
I can't get on you.
Until Friday, I'm working the 2 sites. Yesterday was absolutely bonkers. I didn't even start my morning stuff, and the stuff that you would normally start at like 10, have done by noon. Mm-hmm. I didn't even have time to start that shit until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, just
running a little behind.
Stupid busy.
You gotta stop dicking around, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, totally dicking around with 40 customers
What
a
is
day.
it? Your Friday's your last day?
Friday's my last day.
Ooh, it's coming on up.
It's super close.
Yeah, that little shimmer of hope.
3 more days, man. Simone's been pretty hilarious. She called me yesterday. First thing out of her mouth, 4 more days. She's like, oh, yes, don't you worry. I am counting down.
Isn't that like a reference to The Ring? 4 days.
7 days. You will die in 7 days.
Do they just say 7 days, or do they say the full sentence?
I've never seen it. I don't like
Me
horror
neither.
films.
I've watched scary movies, and that's it.
I've watched a couple scary movies. I can't say I enjoyed watching them, but I've watched them.
Boobs.
Never seen House of Wax? Fuck that show.
Yeah, it's not the one with Paris Hilton.
Yes, the remake is. I've never seen the original, but yes. Also,
What is it about?
Jared Padalecki's in it as well. People, spoiler alert for
Ooh,
the
snap.
listeners, but there's like this weird family. There's like 2 brothers. Technically, there's 3 brothers, but you don't know that until like the end credits roll, and they're like, "Turns out they had 3 kids." Da, da, da. So there's these 2 brothers.
Yeah.
Who like live by themselves in this town, and so these kids break down, and then they go into the town to like look for help, and there's like nobody around. And then they come across one of the brothers, and he's like, "Oh yeah, let me go back to my house, and we'll get a thing to boost your battery."
Yeah.
So there's only like a couple of the kids there, like teens, and they like go into the wax museum, and it's just like full of super realistic like wax figurines and people, because the one brother, like super crazy wax maker dude,
Yeah.
the psycho son, I guess they're both psycho, the mutilated son. Anyways, what they do is they start to kidnap and or kill the kids, teens. The first one that it happens to is Jared Padalecki's character, and while he's still alive, they encase him in wax and set him up in the museum, which is essentially what they've done to every person in the town.
Yeah.
So that everybody is just like a live wax statue, and then slowly just dies and decays from within. And it's like super fucked up when they like find out. It's like, oh, he's still alive, and then the crazy dude starts chasing the chick, and like takes a swing at her with like a big knife or something, and like just hacks off like part of Jared Padalecki's face, and he's just like stuck there, can't move, and it's like a tear rolls out of his eye as half of his face is like lobbed off. It's real fucked up. Real fucked up. Paris Hilton gets a pipe through the eye. Lead pipe. It was awesome. That was the best part of the movie.
That seems like a strange film.
It's kind of messed up, yeah.
How are they immobile in the wax?
I'm not too sure entirely. They get like,
Their back's broken.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's one dude gets decapitated, then he just gets waxed back together.
We have the technology. Wax man.
Yeah, it was a long time ago since I've seen it, but like, and then just like real fucked up like little things, like the first girl, the crazy guy captures, like after Jared Padalecki's been turned to wax, and then the main guy, the main crazy dude, like takes the girl, like straps her to a chair, and then she's like screaming, and her brother's like coming in to look for her, and the guy like super glues her mouth shut to keep her quiet, and then she like rips it open, which is real fucked up, and then she like gets out of the chair, and there's like a grate, like they're in a car shop or something like that. So there's like, she's like underneath where they would like change the oil or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to reach up to like let her brother see her. And the fucking guy like steps on her fingers and pulls out a pair of garden shears and like cuts off the tip of her finger. It's just like, oh, fuck, stop, why? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's just like a fucking psychological horror thriller slasher. Super messed up. I watched it one time when I was younger, and I'd like smoked some pot, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing? This is so fucked up. Why did I do this to myself?
Probably a bad idea.
Watched it by myself too. I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not leaving my living room all day. There's somebody down my hallway.
Yeah, horror movies are kind of odd.
Yeah, I
I've met
don't
a
like
couple
them.
people that just are super, super into them.
Yeah, well, I mean, like if you can appreciate them for an art, I feel
If you
like
can find some art in that mess.
there's some slasher films, like the Saw films. I liked watching because it's just like, oh man, just like the practical effects. Like look at all that lumpy gelatin that they make look like flesh.
Mhm.
And I do like slasher films because I mean, it's still kind of messed up, but for me, it's like the monsters and horror and just like super deranged kind of stuff. Like I like the Scream movies, the original ones, when it's just like, a dude with a knife. It's like, sure, it's fucked up. It makes you cringe when somebody gets stabbed like 13 times in the back, but it's not something supernatural that's clawing its way out of the walls or,
Mhm.
yeah.
There seems like I mean, if you're trying to get a thrill out of it, it probably isn't always the case, but there are some movies that keep it completely interesting without having to just brutalize human bodies.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, right? Is that from what I've heard, some of the better types of horror slash psycho thrillers in the last like 5 years are the ones like It Follows, where it's like you don't even ever see the monster.
Oh, no, you totally do. But yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
I've never seen it,
like
but
it, like walks around, yeah, follows them. I think I watched somebody like criticize the film because I remember it being a little funny.
yeah. What else? There was another one where it's just like,
Well, even just Get Out as an example. That's not horror, but it's kind of a thriller,
yeah,
suspense type of
I
movie.
want to see that. I've only heard good things.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, for a first movie. Jordan Peele, right?
Yes,
Peele did pretty well.
yes. Yes. And he wrote another one as well that either just came out or is about to come out. I think it's already out, but Sleight.
Hmm.
It's about the magician who like uses his sleight of hand techniques to like take down gangsters or some shit.
That should be interesting.
It looked neat. It looked almost like from the previews, it looked like the character had more instead of like sleight of hand techniques. He looked like he was actually like telekinetic.
Yeah.
It was weird. I just remember in the preview somebody swinging a bat at him, and he was just like, blah, and stopped the bat midair. Not too sure. Anyways, it looked entertaining. The guy's definitely he's definitely expanding his repertoire and doing a good job.
Yeah, it seems kind of different because you don't even have to do most of the things. Like in the case of Get Out, they set up scenes to like suggest it, and you don't need to go through the whole. It's like, oh, we need a whole shot, and we need to do makeup of a pipe going through your head,
Yeah.
or just doing stuff like that. Instead, you can guess or insinuate what's going to happen.
It's actually one of the things about there was a film study video I watched, or kind of like a horror study, or maybe it was about. Anyways, a part of it was about the movie Psycho, the Norman Bates movie.
Oh yeah.
So
like old one.
the classic, yeah, because there was like a remake. Somebody did a remake, and
Yeah.
they were talking about like why the remake didn't work, and the whole thing was that in the original, that like classic shower scene
Yeah.
where shower curtains ripped open, like,
Yeah.
like, "Ah!" And then there's the whole fucking knife thing.
Yeah.
There's not a single shot of like knife penetration or like anybody actually getting stabbed. Like at some point in the stop, like if you stop it, there's a point where like the tip of the knife like pushes on the skin like that,
Yeah.
like on her stomach or something like that, and that's all it does is just like indent the skin. There's
Yeah.
like no penetration, no practical effects, no blood or anything until like that final shot of it going down the drain. And the reason that it worked is because it was like 99.9 insinuation. It's like you knew what was happening, and it set you on edge because of the fact that it was almost vague. And then like in the remake, it was like the shower scene was just like, oh, blood and guts and stabby and penetration and all that. And they were like, yeah, it's just like didn't mirror the tone of the original. It's like they tried to go too gory with it, which is why it didn't work. So it worked better when it was mostly insinuation.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you're just watching it. Your brain doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Your brain's not going. It's not. Oh my God! There's this sound. What the hell's the video going to look like? Instead, it's just watching this and going, "This is obscene."
Yeah, exactly. So
quite a bit to take in.
It's just when you make the mind do like a lot of the work, it adds to the flavor or the tone of what you're trying to do, because your mind is infinitely more vast than what you can create with some, corn syrup blood and fake flesh.
Yeah, and a lot of people are probably going to see that scene and go, that's probably not what that would look like. It seems like it's a shot in the dark to create a scene very specifically, show all the details or information, and then have them see it and go, eh.
Yeah.
As opposed to, most of the people are going to be shrugging, like the 1% or the director's going to go like, yeah, that's what it was supposed to look like, instead of just leaving it kind of open to interpretation. Everyone just kind of being like, oh, I kind of saw it this way.
Yeah.
And not having to see the disappointment of a fully fleshed out scene.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is if you don't create something 100% tangible, or if you create something 100% tangible, then yeah, you don't leave any room for imagination. You don't leave any room for your mind to explore the horror because you've seen it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, in like the original, the reason it worked so well and why it was so classic was that it was, it allowed you to take like a lot of the scenes and let your mind roll with them, let your mind go to those worst parts, to feel the worst, to think the worst, to imagine the worst.
Yeah.
And ultimately why it was, now is a classic film.
Just find someone who, if you ever want to watch a horror movie, just bring a bro or someone who can laugh at all the stupid shit.
Yeah.
Because it's just a joke.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, right? So if I'm watching it with other people, like not a girlfriend. Girlfriends are the worst people to watch horror movies with.
They're just scared all the time.
And then they just like constantly grab you. Just like, Jesus, fuck off.
Yeah, I don't think I just want to be tense for 2 hours.
No. But yeah, if you like watch a horror movie with like friends or people that you can like poke fun at movies with, then it's easier to get through, and you can actually see it for like an artistic project instead of like slowly letting your mind stick those fingers of like dread into you.
Just watch horror films. Well, poor ones, I guess. Watch horror films like you would Sharknado or any Asylum film.
Yeah, see,
you just like pause it and be like, "Wait, what?
Yes,
this doesn't make any sense."
C-level horror movies for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what other movies would fall under the horror genre. Some of them are like really tense and well made, but
I mean, I didn't mind Nightmare on Elm Street. The remake was okay. That was the first one that I saw. Like it was like 8 years ago now, I guess. But the original, man, like that was a spooky fucking movie.
Yeah.
And that was not bad. What other ones did I see? I think that's probably like one of the truest horror movies I've seen. The Rob Zombie's version of Halloween. The Mike Myers.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of the originals. I know that what's her face is in the original. Can't remember her name. Pretty famous actress.
I don't know. I was going to say Trish Stratus and just talk about how she was probably laying the beat down on him.
Yeah, that would be.
I don't remember her move, but
yes, that would be entertaining.
I think she like jumps off the top rung and they say stratosphere and something happens.
Boop, 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 boop. It floats off into this.
Oh. No, she jumps off for sure.
Yeah. Horror films. What an interesting topic for us to get onto today.
I can definitely appreciate cinematography. There's quite a bit of design that goes into most shots, and you can get a lot more out of some things. I'm just surprised, like, some people don't just read a book and see, like, oh shit, I totally shouldn't zoom in that far because it excludes certain elements. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know, you gotta play with the brain. The brain likes to, I think we already know the brain just kind of likes to make shit up.
It likes to explore, yeah. It likes to exaggerate and imagine. That's why, yeah, like we were saying earlier, or I was saying, one of us was saying, just like leaving things almost vague, like adds layers to the tone because your mind wants to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, well, the brain's already taking in a bunch of senses and using chemicals to just like make up your reality right now. Everything that you see, you feel, you hear. Your brain's probably got a lot of information going in, coming out.
Terabytes.
Absolutely nuts. And you gotta play with that, man.
Terabytes per second of information. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Don't quote me on that.
You want anybody who you want to watch science, see some science, dude, go watch Because Science. Good stuff.
Gotta get that one in there.
Oh man. Freaking Kyle Hill, he had a little live stream on Instagram the other day where he was talking about cicadas. He's just like, yeah, they only come out from underground like once every 13 years or something like that. He was like talking about like being lonely, and he's just like, yeah, so they come out like once every 13 years or 3 years. No, I think it was 13 years. And he's like, and they all like mate at once, and it's a type of insect.
Okay, got you. I don't think insects get lonely.
No, but he was talking about how like there can sometimes be like a handful that'll like come out too early. So they're like on like a 10 to 13 year cycle, and then they all come out and they all mate at once, and then lay their eggs in like tree roots or whatever where they eat nutrients. Yeah. He was talking about how there can just be like random ones that'll come out like a couple years too early, and so they'll just be singing their mating song for basically their entire lifespan all by themselves. And it was like this super kind of like weird, like sad, like explanation he was talking about it. He's just like, yeah, so like imagine your life. It's like imagine you being the only person longing for your mate, your love, and your mate or love is not even going to be born until what is essentially thousands of years after your existence has ended. It's like, that is loneliness. I was just like, dude, what the fuck? It's like, this is hauntingly beautiful and depressing and so scientific. It's like, I don't know how to feel right now.
Oh man. I was gonna say, the only thing that comes up when I hear about that is like, yeah, it's pretty much just like a line of code that's just not working.
Yeah.
Is that sad? Not really.
You're a robot, though.
No, not at all. It doesn't give a shit.
I'm sure it doesn't.
It's just as it super simple, and it's just light switch on, light switch off.
Yeah, but that wasn't the point, Daniel. If you look at it from the insects...
You can make anything sad. You just get overly attached to something. This coffee cup's been empty for far too long. You know what coffee was made for? To be put in a cup. How does it feel just to be made to be empty?
It's sad.
Like he obviously, it is kind of an interesting bug, but it's just how they do. I'm sure if they had giant brains, they'd overanalyze our lives too.
I feel like you're missing the point here. In relation to loneliness, not the bug was lonely.
Well, we don't wait thousands of years. We wait like, it really depends on the culture, but 10 to however long you want to wait.
How long have you been waiting for your soulmate, Daniel?
I don't believe in soulmates.
Fucking loved. I know you don't. I loved Chan's response to that last night. It's like, so you probably haven't had a whole lot of time for romantic entanglement. Like, oh yeah, I was seeing this one girl, Jessica Alba. But yeah, she didn't really meet my visual standards. Had to break it off.
Hey, man, it narrows it down for him. There can only be a few.
It'll be 11s out of 10s.
Yeah.
Freaking guy. So funny. What are we at there, Chief? 20 after?
35.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, today is over. It's donezo.
It's 40 minutes already. Well, this is Daniel's last Choice by Choice podcast for a minimum of 5 months.
For at least 5 months.
And
5 months in a week.
Barring any replacements, the podcast might be on hiatus here for a bit.
You can talk to yourself for a solid hour.
Yeah, I'll
Easy.
just go from one chair to the other and then just cut it all together at the end.
You don't even have to actually talk. You can just like mouth things and then play the Celine Dion song. Then you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Man, that's easy production. You can just play the same video or just change clothes. Just get guests on. John will be there, or John is around. Chance is around.
I guess.
Some of your old coworkers. New coworkers at Pala.
Nice save.
That falafel joint.
Nice save. Yeah, I'll figure it all out.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, man.
Actually, I should almost put you in contact with one of my old coworkers. Because he is a knowledge... He's like a book, pretty much.
He is a knowledge person.
Yeah. No, he knows facts.
Yeah.
Out the wazoo. And I'm sure you guys could have very long conversations about very random things.
Do it up.
I'm not sure if I have his phone number, but I will ask.
Do it up, man.
Let's see if... Oh my god. Sudden pain in my right eyeball. What does it mean? I think I'm dying.
It means you're going on a long plane voyage. Can I come? I've never been on a plane.
You'll be my check-in baggage. Excuse me, sir. The weight restriction is nowhere near.
It's like 50.
Oh yeah.
It's like 50 pounds. This thing is like 300 pounds.
Yeah. How'd you even bring this in here? What is in here?
Nothing. A human skeleton and the rest of a human.
Yeah. Haven't quite gotten to deteriorating it yet. Breaking it down, decomposing it.
All right. Well, Daniel, where can people tweet at you in India?
My tweeter.
Your tweeter.
Yeah, it'll update every time I go into the internet room, which may or may not be often.
So anybody who's looking to talk to Daniel about yoga, he's gonna be right in the thick of it now.
Yep, right in India.
Tweet at him at
Dan 442-805-94.
Well played, sir.
Feel free.
Well played. Tweet at me or Instagram at @the_Mr. Wolf. No period. Daniel, sir, it's been a pleasure to have you on. Don't be like this. Don't be like this. Good man.
My thumb still hurts.
Well, safe travels, sir. Don't be a stranger.
I'll do my best. I'm just going to be sitting in a plane in an airport.
Yeah, well, let me know when you're back. And we'll get together for coffee at the very least. At the very least.
Drink coffee anymore.
We'll get together for...
Don't say tea either.
For some kind of beverage that you will enjoy.
Yeah, some kind of like consecrated water.
A meditation. We'll get together and sit in lotus position for a while.
I don't know, man. Lotus position takes some stretching.
Why you gotta
I'll
break
sit in lotus position.
Why you gotta break
You
balls?
can sit in a chair.
We will be in general proximity to one another when you get back for a period of time.
We'll just both go to Olive Garden and be like, oh shit, Shay? No way.
Oh, man. All right, Daniel. Take care, buddy. It's been a pleasure.